The Honorable Presiding Officer, Honorable John Lester Tan Malactan, is on official business at Malaybalay City. You may choose among yourselves who will preside for today's session.
Second.
Honorable Jonathan Lucenio will temporarily preside for today's session.
Okay.
Again, welcome to the 44th regular session of the 16th Sangguniang Bayan today, May 26, 2026. Our presiding officer, Honorable Jonathan E. Lucenio. Requesting everyone to please rise.
Okay, good morning sa tanan. Please stand.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
The precision is now called to order.
Bayang magibig, kailas ang sinakalan, alam ng puso, sa titik mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, kuya ka ng magiting, sa mandulupin, di ka pasisikin, sa dagatang tutok sa simoy at sa langit kong pagaw, ay hinatang tulang awit sa pagkayang minamahal. Ang isang lang at bawat mo'y tagumpay na naghihingi, ang bituin lumipat pala, pagkat ika'y kinikilig. Kabundukan mo'y lundian, katubigan malatistan, magigitig na ninuno, mga dato mararangal, kultura mo'y iningatan, kilok ko pinagyaman, sa linlaing na darating, meron pang makakamtan, sa puso ko'y tanging hangat, sumarama kong mahal, mula sa'yo ang tagumpay, ng Bukidnon ng Mindanao, sa puso ko'y tanging hangat, sumarama kong mahal, mula sa'yo ang aming tagumpay, sumarama kong
Bible verse. Commit to the Lord whatever you do, and He will establish your plans. Taken from Proverbs chapter 16, verse 3. Let us put ourselves in the presence of the Lord. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Dear Heavenly Father, as we begin this session, we offer to you our plans, ideas, and responsibilities. Guide us to become good servants and leaders to the people entrusted to our care. Teach us to listen with understanding and speak with kindness and wisdom. May this gathering be productive, peaceful, and filled with unity. Bless our families and community and every work of our hands. This we pray in Jesus' name. Amen.
Please be seated. May we request to our Honorable Secretary, Ms. Raquel Cavinta Pader, to do the roll call.
Thank you, Honorable Presiding Officer. Please acknowledge if your name is called. Presiding Officer, Honorable Jonathan 𝐒𝐿𝐿.
Present.
Sangguniang Bayan Member, Honorable Nestor G. Paulican. Sangguniang Bayan Member, Honorable Bernard Lawrence L. Zubiri. Sangguniang Bayan Member, Honorable Estrella C. Cuadrosal. Sangguniang Bayan Member, Honorable Jofidel P. Doromal. Sangguniang Bayan Member, Honorable Roy Y. Cabalquinto. Sangguniang Bayan Member, Honorable Samuel S. Bugas. Sangguniang Bayan Member, Honorable Roda Q. Gaitara. ABC President, Honorable Paquito A. Catin Jr.
Present.
IP Mandatory Representative, Honorable Diosdado L. Siberia. Honorable Presiding Officer, Honorable John Lester Tan Malactan is on official business. Honorable John Sixto S. Calolo is on leave, while Honorable Zubiri and Honorable Dormal are not yet around.
Okay, thank you. Nonetheless, the quorum is achieved considering the number of those who are present. Quorum is hereby declared. We will now request our Majority Floor Leader, Honorable Nestor G. Paulican, to facilitate the proceedings of today's session.
Thank you, Honorable Presiding Officer. I move to dispense the reading of journal and minutes of the previous session, Honorable Presiding Officer.
Second.
There's a motion to dispense the reading of the journal and minutes of the previous session, seconded by Honorable Catin and Honorable Cuadrosal. Motion is approved.
Is there any correction? If there is none, I move to adopt and approve the journal and minutes of the previous session, Honorable Presiding Officer.
Second.
There's a motion to adopt and approve the reading of the journal and minutes of the previous session, seconded by Honorable Cuadrosal. Motion is hereby approved.
We will now request our Secretary for the first reading and reference of committees of proposed ordinances, resolution, messages, communication, and petition.
Thank you. For the first item for referral, letter from the Office of the Municipal Mayor received on May 18, 2026, requesting the Sangguniang Bayan for passage of resolution authorizing the local chief executive to sign and execute the deed of donation relative to the completed project rehabilitation of perimeter fence at Barangay Dagumbaan, Maramag, Bukidnon.
Please refer this item to the Committee on Laws.
Item has been referred to the Committee on Laws, Rules, Ethics, and Regulations. Honorable Durmal.
Noted, Honorable Presiding Officer.
Thank you, Honorable Katin.
Item number 2, letter from the Office of the Municipal Mayor received on May 18, 2026, requesting the Sangguniang Bayan for passage of resolution to sign and execute the deed of donation relative to the completed project, construction of multipurpose building located at Barangay Panalsalan, Maramag, Bukidnon.
Please refer this item to the Committee on Laws.
Item has been referred to the Committee on Laws, Rules, Ethics, and Regulations. Honorable Durmal.
Item number 3, letter from the Office of the Municipal Mayor received on May 19, 2026, requesting the Sangguniang Bayan for passage of resolution granting travel assistance to health personnel engaged in barangay and field work.
Please refer this item to the Committee on Health.
Item has been referred to the Committee on Health, Sanitation, and Hygiene. Okay, noted.
Next item, item number 4, letter from the Office of the Municipal Mayor received on May 21, 2026, requesting the Sangguniang Bayan for review, deliberation, and possible amendment of Ordinance Number 2017-027, an ordinance granting monthly safety allowance to selected LGU employees and selected job order personnel of the local government unit of Maramag, Bukidnon who are exposed to hazards and health risks and providing funds therefore.
Please refer this item to the Committee on Finance.
Item has been referred to the Committee on Finance and Appropriation. Honorable Polican.
Noted, Honorable Presiding Officer.
Item B for communications. First item, letter signed by Attorney Apollo A. Magwale, Secretary to the Sangguniang Panlalawigan, transmitting copy of Resolution Number 2026-1775 of the 28th Sangguniang Panlalawigan, a resolution requesting the local chief executive of all cities and municipalities in the province of Bukidnon to align the transmittal of executive orders to the Sangguniang Panlalawigan for review with the provisions provided under Section 56 and Section 30 of RA 7160, otherwise known as the Local Government Code of 1991. The office had provided copy to the local chief executive, Honorable Presiding Officer. Second item, first endorsement from the Department of Interior and Local Government, Region 10, Northern Mindanao. Bukidnon Provincial Office received on May 19, 2026, relative to the response of the LGU Maramag's request for a technical assistance in the conduct of legislative agenda formulation seminar workshop, Phase 1, on June 3 to 5, 2026 at South Villa, Private Resort, Ipunan, Cagayan de Oro City. Item number 3, message from the Department of Interior and Local Government, Region 10, Northern Mindanao, Bukidnon Provincial Office, with the subject, request for inventory of existing no garage, no car, ordinances and related local policies in the LGU. As of now, the Office of the Secretary to the Sangguniang have a record that during the 13th Sangguniang Bayan, Ordinance number 2019-065, entitled An Ordinance Prohibiting Obstructions Along 30 meters on the right side and 30 meters on the left side of the road right-of-way of the national highways within the Municipality of Maramag, Bukidnon and providing penalties for violation thereof. Proponent, Honorable Macneil B. Acosta. The 13th Sangguniang had passed this ordinance and another ordinance during the 14th Sangguniang Bayan, Ordinance number 2021-035. Proponent, Honorable Roy Y. Cavalquinto. An ordinance for the conduct of road clearing operations and prohibition of road obstructions within the Municipality of Maramag, Province of Bukidnon. So those are the ordinance that we can submit to the Department of Interior and Local Government, Honorable Presiding Officer. Item number
Thank you, Honorable Secretary.
item,
Item number 4.
item number 4, advisory from the Department of Interior and Local Government, Region 10, Northern Mindanao, Bukidnon Provincial Office, with the subject, invitation to the Ease of Doing Business Forum 2026 on May 28, 2026, 9 o'clock a.m. via Zoom platform, requesting the Committee on Trade, Commerce, and Industry to attend the said forum. That would be all from the Secretary's table, Honorable Presiding Officer. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Honorable Secretary. We'll now proceed.
Item number 10, privilege hour, none. Item 11, question hour, none. Business for the day. Letter A, committee report. Committee on Land Management and Titling.
Okay, thank you. We welcome the floor to Honorable Sammy Bugas.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Committee report number 2026-17-Land of the 16th Sangguniang Bayan, dated May 26, 2026, to the presiding officer. Subject, letter from the Office of the Municipal Mayor, received on December 17, 2025, submitting the Comprehensive Land Use Plan, CLUP, of the Municipality of Maramag for planning period 2026 to 2035 for approval. Origin, Honorable Attorney Jose Joel P. Dormal, Municipal Mayor, and submitted by the Committee on Land Management and Titling. Findings and recommendations. Number 1, submitted to the Office of the Secretary of the Sangguniang is the Comprehensive Land Use Plan, CLUP, current year 2026-2035 of the Municipality of Maramag for adoption and approval by the Sangguniang Bayan. Number 2, the submission is supported by MDC Resolution Number 09, Series of 2025, entitled A Resolution Approving the Comprehensive Land Use Plan, CLUP, of the Municipality of Maramag for the planning period 2026 to 2035 and endorsing the same to the Sangguniang Bayan for approval. Number 3, the proposed CLUP serves as the primary planning document of the municipality, providing the framework for the rational allocation and proper utilization of land resources to ensure sustainable development and balanced growth within its territorial jurisdiction. Number 4, Section 447E to 7 of the Local Government Code mandates every Sangguniang to generate and maximize the use of resources and revenues for the development plans, programs, objectives, and priorities of the municipality, with particular attention to the agro-industrial development and countryside growth and progress by adopting a comprehensive land use plan for the municipality, provided that the formulation, adoption, or modification of said plan shall be on coordination with the approved provincial comprehensive land use plan. Number 5, the CLUP is accompanied by the proposed zoning ordinance, which shall serve as its implementing arms by establishing the policies, regulations, and standards for land use management and development control. Number 6, Article 51 of Chapter 4 of Presidential Decree 1067 of the Water Code of the Philippines provides that in the utilization of waters, the banks of rivers and streams, and the shores of the seas and lakes, throughout the entire length and within a zone of 3 meters in urban areas and 20 meters in agricultural areas and 40 meters in forest areas along their margins are subject to the easement of public use. Number 7, Chapter 12, Section 90 of Commonwealth Act Number 141 or the Public Land Act provides that a strip of 40 meters wide starting from the bank each side of any river or stream that may be found on the land applied for shall be demarcated and preserved as permanent timberland to be planted exclusively to trees of non-economic value. Number 8, the SCLUP were presented in a series of committee hearings, in-bank hearings, and public hearings attended by the Sangguniang Bayan members, LGU department heads, representatives from national government agencies, barangay officials, civil society organizations, private stakeholders, and other concerned sectors where comments, recommendations, and inputs were duly considered and incorporated whenever applicable. Number 9, during the SID hearings, the following matters were discussed and manifested. 9E, the Municipal Planning and Development Office requested the modification of planning period of the CLUP from current year 2026 to 2035 to current year 2026 to 2037 in consideration of the updated guidelines prescribed by the Department of Human Settlements and Urban Development. V, the CLUP reflects the municipality's vision to become a smart city with sustainable agri-ecotourism industry, an ecologically balanced environment, and socially secured people. C, on the primary concerns raised was the minimum distance requirements for agri-industrial plantations, which under the existing zoning ordinance is set at 100 meters from built-up areas with setbacks ranging from 10 meters to 30 meters for road networks, and that there shall be buffer areas planted with trees and other vegetation. D, the members of the Sangguniang Bayan agreed to retain the existing minimum distance requirement for agri-industrial plantation. E, there are no objections raised during the conduct of public hearings. However, several sentiments were expressed regarding the possible effects of agri-industrial plantations. The concerned individuals further requested that future expansion be carefully evaluated, particularly in areas considered environmentally sensitive or vulnerable. If it was likewise agreed to include in the zoning ordinance a regulation requiring a minimum distance of 1,000 meters between gasoline stations within the population area and limiting the establishment to a maximum of 2 gasoline stations per barangay. Z, the members of the Sangguniang Bayan proposed the inclusion of specific barangays for agri-industrial expansion in the zoning ordinance. However, despite several hearings conducted, only Barangay Silang is identified while the other barangays have yet to be determined. Thus, the committee decided to address the matter through separate legislation to avoid delay in the approval of the CLUP. The Municipal Planning and Development Office is awaiting the adoption and approval of the CLUP for submission to the DSSUD and the Provincial Land Use Committee, PLUC, for review. Number 10, the classification zones reflected in the proposed CLUP and zoning ordinance were likewise presented, discussed, and clarified during the hearings. 11, upon review and evaluation, the committee finds that the proposed comprehensive land use plan and zoning ordinance are consistent with the applicable provisions of existing laws, development policies, and planning standards of the government. And finally, number 12, above premises considered, the committee hereby recommends to pass a resolution adopting and approving the comprehensive land use CLUP of the Municipality of Maramag for the planning period 2026 to 2037, submitted by the chairperson of this committee, Honorable Jonathan Losinio, and concurred by members Samuel Isbogas and Diosdado L. Siberia, member. Honorable Presiding Officer, I move to adopt this committee report.
Thank you, Honorable Bugas. I acknowledge the presence of Councilor Bernard Subiri.
Second.
The committee chair.
Yes, Honorable Presiding Officer, I am now ready for any clarification and discussion since this item was proposed since 2023 up to now, and this time, this will be the time that this comprehensive land use program will be approved by the Sangguniang Bayan.
Any question with regards to CLUP?
No question, Honorable Presiding Officer.
Thank you, Honorable Subiri. Is there any question?
Honorable Presiding Officer, I move to calendar this item on the third and final reading of today's session for final action.
There's a motion from Honorable Bugas to calendar this item in the third and final reading. Seconded by Honorable Guetera. Motion is by approved.
Item number 2, Committee on Education. Honorable Presiding Officer, since the member did not sign this report, maybe next time to be reported this item. And item number 3, Committee on Peace and Order to be reported.
Okay. Welcome to the floor, Honorable Polican.
Good morning, everyone. Committee report number 2026-4, Peace and Order. To the presiding officer. Subject, Ordinance number 007, Series of 2025 of Barangay Campuan, Maramag, Bukidnon, received on May 11, 2026, entitled An Ordinance for the Strict Implementation of Barangay Road Clearing Operation within Barangay Campuan, Maramag, Bukidnon, pursuant to national laws and DILG directives. Proponent, Barangay Government of Campuan. Subject, by Committee on Peace and Order and Public Safety and Traffic. Findings and recommendation. Number 1, Barangay Campuan Ordinance number 007, 2025 is enacted for the maintenance of passage of roadways within its jurisdiction and keep these areas accessible and free from obstruction. On May 19, 2026, a committee hearing was conducted at the following were found. A Barangay Campuan Ordinance number 007, 2025 is concerned with the clearing of illegal structures along roads and ways. As such, this does not concern with relocation and displacement of residents, but merely the removal of structures that has encroaches in the roads, such as fence, gates, tents, etc. B, the respective from the office of the building official, OBO, Engineer Jenny Marie T. Astilio, stated that the ordinance is proper and in accordance with the laws and local regulation. Furthermore, the building official, Engineer Maria P. T. Macanim, has expressed approval of this ordinance as it is in concurrence with existing national laws and Department of Interior and Local Government, DILG, directives. Engineer Macanim had also examined the ordinance herself prior to the hearing and expressed approval of this ordinance. C, the committee finds Barangay Camp 1 Ordinance Number 007, 2025 to be in alignment with Republic Act Number 7160, Local Government Code of 1991, Republic Act Number 4136, Land Transportation and Traffic Code, and DILG Executive Order Number 2024-053, Mandatory Conduct of Barangay Road Clearing Operation. The aforementioned regulation and advisories at the governing laws of roads clearing operation. D, the documentation of this ordinance, such as attendance of the hearing and minutes of the hearing, are well attached upon receipt in the Sangguniang Bayan for review and approval. Number 3, now therefore the committee recommends to pass a resolution approving ordinance number 007, series of 2025 of Barangay Camp 1, Maramag, Bukidnon, received on May 11, 2026, entitled An Ordinance for the Strict Implementation of Barangay Roads Clearing Operation within Barangay Camp 1, Maramag, Bukidnon, pursuant to national laws and DILG directive. Respectfully submitted, yours truly, Chairperson Nestor G. Paulican, concurred by Honorable Paquito Catin, Member, Honorable Diosdado Sibiria, Member. Honorable Presiding Officer, I move to adopt this committee report.
Thank you, Honorable Paulican. There's a motion from Honorable Paulican to adopt and approve the committee report, seconded by Honorable Bugas and Honorable Catin. Motion is hereby approved.
Honorable Presiding Officer, I'm ready for the discussion of this committee report.
The committee chair is now ready for clarification, discussion with regards to the ordinance of Barangay Camp 1. Question.
If there is none, Honorable Presiding Officer, I move to calendar this item for the third and final reading for today's session.
There is a motion from Honorable Paulican to calendar this item on the third and final reading, seconded by Honorable Catin. Motion is approved. Next item.
Item number 4, Committee on Trade, Commerce and Industry.
Committee Report Number 2026-3-Trade of the 16th Sangguniang Bayan, dated May 26, 2026. To the Presiding Officer, and the subject, Draft Ordinance Number 2025-3 of the 16th Sangguniang Bayan, proponent Honorable Samuel S. Bugas, received on August 19, 2025, entitled An Ordinance amending Section 3 of Article 3, Section 3 and 4 of Article 4, and Section 1 of Article 6 of Ordinance Number 2017-037 entitled Ordinance Institutionalizing Night Bazaar in the Municipality of Maramag, Bukidnon, every night and providing rules and regulations and prescribing penalties thereof. Proponent Samuel S. Bogas, submitted by the Committee on Trade, Commerce, and Industry. Finding and recommendations. Since this item were already discussed in the previous session last May 20, so there were questions, and I have to direct to the question on May 20 during the 43rd regular session of the 16th Sangguniang Bayan. This item was reported but was deferred due to inquiries regarding the responsible office who will manage the night bazaar and location of the night bazaar. And number 7, on May 20, 2026, the Municipal Local Economic Enterprise Council convened and inquiries were brought up as follows. A. As expressed in the Municipal Ordinance Number 2017-037, the night bazaar can be conducted on any open spaces within the territorial jurisdiction of Maramag. V. From the same municipal ordinance expressed in Article 7, Section 3, the Local Economic Enterprise Office shall serve as the primary implementing and managing office of the night bazaar. Number 8. Now, therefore, the committee recommends to enact an ordinance amending Section 3 and 4 of Article 4 and Section 1 of Article 6 of Ordinance Number 2017-037 entitled Ordinance Institutionalizing Night Bazaar in the Municipality of Maramag, Bukidnon, every night and providing rules and regulations and prescribing penalties thereof. Respectfully submitted by the chairman of this item, yours truly, Samuel S. Bogas, and concurred by members Jonathan A. Lucino and Estrella C. Cuadrasal. Honorable Presiding Officer, I move to adopt this committee report.
There's a motion from Honorable Bogas to adopt and approve the committee report, seconded by Honorable Cuadrasal. Motion is approved. The committee chair is now ready for discussion. No?
Honorable.
Yes, recognize Honorable 𝐒𝐶.
Okay, thank you, Honorable Presiding Officer. With regards the presentation of Honorable Proponent, for query lang, Honorable Presiding, pwede ba na ito mahibalan o asa yung dapit ang venue sa gipropose nga night bazaar? Kay magmamanto atong isikutan o ahagi dapit ang final. Thank
Okay.
you.
Sige.
Yes. Right after the session on May 20, the Local Economic Enterprise Council has a meeting at 2 o'clock in the afternoon and coordinated with our Honorable Mayor Jose Joel Dormal, the Local Economic Enterprise Officer, Attorney P.B. Litia, and the member of the council. And it was decided that since this is araw ng Maramag time wherein all the 𝐒𝐾𝐀𝐾𝐍s and other activities will be at the Maramag Commercial Center. So there is a move to conduct this in the Jollibee down to the old market.
Okay. Mayo ang proposal. Then, after nga mahuman ang araw, kay ang ako walang suggestion lang siguro, tungod kay base katong nag-adto ta sa tagom sa atong experience dito, naamang yun sa ilaha palibot ngay bibo pod ang ato ang market. So na ako'y na murag nakita nga murag maayo kana po unta diha kanang ilang murag displehanan sa pagkakaroon sa kaming araw. Then after siguro murag walaon man siguro nagyapon na by for this coming araw raman siguro ng ilang pamaligya diha Konsehal Sam.
Yes, that was the proposed by Attorney Litia that after because the activity will be on araw ng Maramag, pista ng Maramag,
Yes,
and
wala.
December. So we will stick the area to be conducted in the Maramag Commercial Center area.
Okay. So tungkol pagod kay ini kahuman ana mamingaw naman. So tingali mas mayo nga wala na yung mga okasyon mas mayo pod siguro nga di aron mabibo ang ato ang commercial perimeter market siguro. That is a suggestion, Honorable President.
Yes, definitely, because that was the outcome of the local economic council meeting. And even there are other discussion because as of now, the income of the local economic is dropping. So we need to have the activation of the night market.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Cabal Quinto. Kabahin po aning gihimong ordinansa no, gi-amend man ni sa kadtong ordinance nga 2017-037 no, gi-amend lang ni. Ang ato lang giklaro po no diha pohon kay ang question ni Honorable Durmal sa atong niagi nato is mas specific kuno dapat kung ahagyod ang place nga butangan gyud no. Moto iyang concern. So dili na sa plaza. Wala na tong sa plaza. Ang nakabutang lang diri sa ordinance is within the territorial jurisdiction of Maramag. So possible kung aha ang pwede nga mabutangan kana siguro no kay kung ingon ana ang kabahin nato no karon kay nagkandak naman tag public hearing ani before nagihing mga ordinansa nagkandak na tag public hearing ani gani na-appeal puko ani kay sa part of member. Atong giklaro lang ni kay gikan sa Jollibee padulong dito sa old market. Insakto ba ang dalan diha nga pwede nga maokupar? Ma-one way or unsa na mahitabo na dili na no entry na? Possible? Consul Bugas.
It is possible also because that's a barangay road. And as of now, birimigaw ginang lugar murag na wad-an gyud sila sa mga negosyo diha. Pero as of the moment, per inquiry and solicitation of ideas, some stakeholders that they have to wait. They don't have to have the activity right now, but after July. Kung wala na yung ukay dito.
Okay, thank you, Honorable Bugas. Is there any additional question? Follow-up question? Yes, recognize Honorable Katin.
Honorable Presiding Officer, this is just a suggestion. Actually, it was stated in this proposed amended ordinance. It should be established in any vacant road. I would suggest that it should be. There are many barangay roads within the North Poblacion. Like for example, katubitang diri sa kuan nga which is not really very the traffic is not heavy. Pwede nato dito ibutang kay that is a kuan one night market. Kaya where in fact ug imo na kung ini within the territorial jurisdiction of the municipality of Maramag. Kaya imo na ibutang sa katong heavy bitaw that is not feasible. So I suggest why not scout any barangay road or within the poblacion proper dito nato ibutang. Like for example there is a north no naaman na ikwan ang dili traffic ang area dito nato ibutang kay musulod man gyapon na sa ordinansa. That is all, Mr. Presiding Officer.
Okay, thank you, Honorable Katin. Anyway, klaro man po diri. kaning number 7 letter E as expressed in municipal excuse me, ordinance number 2017-037, the night bazaar can be conducted in any open spaces within the territorial jurisdiction of Maramag. Anyway, kung naay mga activities during fiesta, araw, or December, kung makita nga mas dili maka-disturbo or sa any public kuan, mamitingan man po na, no? Recognize, Honorable.
Thank you. Kanang Jollibee to daan nga public market, mingaw naman na, kaya wala may gatinda diha, di ba? Puro 4.
4.
Puro 4 man na diha.
Oh, yes.
Yes. So, posible nga diha na lang gid na siya. Mabutang kay sa pagkakaroon, wala na may kapanindaan ng merkado nga karaan. Oh. So, dili na madisturbo kung araw ng Maramag o either pista. Kay kung araw ng Maramag, kung dito ni mo na ibutang sa agro, madisturbo man na kay katong mga musuluray na to nga mga dumudoong nga ukay-ukay. So, papahawaon sila. Kana kay permanent naman diha, so ato na nang i-approve nga diha na lang gid siya, dili na sige lakaw-lakaw. Kay kung iadto nimo nagmatag barangay, mawala man pud atong customer nang atuan na pospikas. No? Unsa man na, molibot man na kanang sugod sa Jollibee, molibot man na paingon sa plaza, moabot pa ba didto? Kay sako pa man tos pro 4 ang kaning unsa na nga cooperative dia.
Oh, yes.
Moabot pa didto.
Definitely true, murag diha ra gyud siguro sa boundary diha sa
Kanang-
Imperial.
Oh, Imperial. Co-op,
Okay.
unsa na nga co-op dia gani? Mako.
Okay,
Mako.
sa Local Economic Council, gidiscourage ang pangkandak sa plaza kay dunay something, mga ideas na to
Madaot
maintain
po
the
ang
sanctity
tanom
of
dito.
the plaza.
Ang mga tanom nga gipang tanom diha, madaot man kay bisag ahara po isang atang basura. So dinha kay mo man na ang atong tabuan sa una, tabo-tabo. Diha man gibutang so gibalhin sa barangay. So sa ako, diha na gid sa sugod sa Jollibee patuyok. Thank you.
Yes, in fact, the barangay captain of North Poblacion has already made a survey in that area, and all of them accepted that they will have to welcome the conduct of night market also in that area.
Okay, thank you, Honorable Subiria.
Honorable Presiding Officer.
Yes, recognize, Honorable Subiri.
Okay, no?
Dili na butangan diha.
Kung pananglitan nga dira mabutang sa puro 4, no? Dili ta makadisturb dira sa mga residents nga naa dinha. Like for example, nabay sila ko galingon pod nga mga sakyanan dinha. Kay actually dati sa regular lot na di ang kinang way nga going to Jollibee to going to Old Market. Kaya ang ato man na mangita ta space pod nga at the same time dili pod ta makadisturb ka ng mga regular lot dinha nga may mga for example, di nila i-park nilang ilang ako galingon nga mga sakyanan dinha. Kay ma-crowd man gid siya na dinha, ma-close man gid na dinha if ever dinha tay butang, no? Siguro ato gina siya tunan. Kay actually ang naandan ta gyud nga mangita kita sang isa ta ka area nga magbibo ang ato nga nga isa lang ang ato nga mabantayan sa local economics. For me siguro nga why nga ibalik ta sa regular atong daan ginato nga place ang una pag gyud nga naandan nato. Kay kung ibutang ta sa may center gyud sa agro going to terminal, makita na to pod ang close ang ato nga mabantayan na to ang sa PC in order. Example, siguro sa ako, guro mas dina kay walay ta makadisturbance dito sa puro 4. May mga regular residents. Kung ako siguro, kung may sakyanan ko, lisod po ko, din ko na i-park na ako sakyanan. Dito na po ko mag-park sa lain na po ng mga residents. Okay, thank you, Honorable Presiding Officer.
Thank you, Honorable Subiri. Atong mga pila ka tuig nila bay, nahimo gina siyang displayhanan diha, no? Kanang gikan gid diha sa kang Dominic, padulong didto gyud sa daang merkado, no? Murag pila na ka tuig nga nahimo gina siya diha. Kung ang concern pod kabahin sa ingon ana nga kining makadisturbo ta diha sa mga tagbalay, no? Anyway, ang nakabutang naka-state diri sa ang ordinansa nga ginahimo is any kining area man pod nga within the territorial jurisdiction of Maramag, no? Possible kung naa manggaling, kung naa may problema, siguro pwede po na nga option po nga mabalik po nato dito sa katong sa daan o dirita sa perimeter na po, no? Kay na may mga concern nga lahi po dato si Atty. Lihita, no? Pero anyway, kini nga ordinansa, igo lang nga pagpa-aprobar, gi-amen naman po ni ang katong ordinance sa atong 2017-037. Anyway, kung naay kausaban, wala naka-statement diri nga ang puro 4 North Poblacion nga mao na gid ang binyo. No, murag wa may nabutang diri nga puro 4 North Poblacion.
Yes.
Thank you.
That was only a suggestion. And in fact, we have made a survey and signed by the people of the Puro Cuatro and designed for their intention to activate the night market right there. But we have to stick in the Maramag Commercial Center as was promised by Attorney Lihita to conduct the night market in that area. But for this moment that there's a coming araw, so we have to move somewhere in the Jollibee down to the old market.
Okay, yes, recognize Honorable Kapal Quinto.
Okay. Kaning proposal maayo man ni siya kay ato gani dito sa pag benchmarking sa Tagum. Makadugang yun nga kabibo sa ato ang lungsod. So kaning proposal kuan pa man ni siya mura o sinugdanan pa man ni siya. Kung makita na to nga mura o problemado gid ay ko suggest siguro nga mas komportable gyud diha sa ato ang commercial market tungod kay dako og space. Panahon nga mag night market pwede man kun siya i-close diri ang kaning diri nga pasulod sa entrance kay ang bus pwede man siya motuyog paingon gikan diri sa exit paingon na po dito sa likod sa Israel. So, ini kagabi, safety ang mga tao diyan. Ang ato apon nga peace and order, mas dili kay delikado, kay mamonitor po sa ato ang mga enforcer. So, tingali, if ever nga, diha manggod sa Puro 4, gamay-gamay gyud po ng space. No? Then, ang mga tao, gawas sulod, di nato maklose na diha, kay siyempre ang tagtungod, moagi, mangyod. So, tingali, if ever nga maato ni siyang ma-aprobahan, di pa magina siya mo final. Basin og napay mga changes siguro ani if ever nga ato ning masugdan. Pero mas maayo dito gyud og katong lantawon ang plaster. So that's all, Honorable President.
Honorable Chair.
Okay, thank you, Honorable Kapal Quinto. Yes, recognize Honorable Paulican.
Kining atong night market ba? Pila ba ni kaadlaw kay nagisgot man tag-araw? Pila ba ni kaadlaw ang display ini? Kay bisa isgutanan kay hisgot man tag-araw. Pila kaadlaw pod ang pag-display ni kay og dito ta sa sentro sa perimeter nato sa agro. Murag display hipos. Hago ba? No? While nga kon naatay area nga murag tabunan lang, sirado lang, no? Dili na ta magsigig panghipos. Kay kung number of days lang ang imong hulaton nga pag-display, ay kung ingna nga pagka night market ato, hipos sa pugugma, kay ang mangagi imo na sang hinluan, kay wa na kay magian.
Yes. The conduct of the night markets is only on Friday. And the ukay-ukay in the Maramag Commercial Center is 1 week before the activity and 1 week after the activity.
Kunya, ang plastada sa imong ukay-ukay display, natay mga dalan diya nga nag-one way, niya para nang sa Puro 4, gikan sa Jollibee, isirado ni mo na asa man kadayon mo exit paingon ka sa kwan, paingon ka sa provincial hospital. Wa man kay lain alternate route kay ang gikan sa Bansay kun mobahada ka one way na diha. Natay ordinansa na.
Padus Margaret.
Gikan sa Bansay pabahada paingon sa Mako. One way na diha paingon gyud sa perimeter nato.
Ang gikan sa Bansay mo gawa sa plaza.
Ang lagi, one way na siya diya.
Oh, then ang
Unya
diri-
kung isirado ni mong atbang anang sana akwistat nga laboratory ni Kitilitis ka diya, kay butangan ni mong display, asa dahin mo agi ang atong
So, sa night activity na, in pag gani,
di man kay mag-display man tao kuan diha, mag-display man ka og ukay-ukay.
sa night lang, night, mga selected, dili gyud kadtong para sa ukay-ukay nga, gabuang gyud bitaw nga, daghang kayo. Murag night, isa lang ka kuan from 6 to 11 o'clock.
Unsa man ang imong kuan hipos na pagka
Hipos.
alas 12?
Hipos, permi.
Lagi kay ang dito manggod na sa Tagum, hipos gina sila pagkaabot sa oras.
Okay.
Night market man, so hipos.
Hipos.
Pagka sunod na pod gabi display.
So next week na, kay Friday
Sunod na. Kada semana pila ka adlaw.
Kay Sara.
So also may problema kay isa ra man na sa una ang tabo dinha sa North Poblacion, dili problema kay katong naay gate nga naay sakyanan, dili to displayhan, bakanti para makagawas. Ingana man ang pagpadagan sa una. Dayon mas may manggod sug sa ako pod diha, bisan pag-asa nato ibutang ang night market kung naagi hitabo, naagi na mahitabo. Hinumduman niyo sa una naa sa sulod, pila ka bug patay? 2. Mga underage pa. Bisan pag-asa nato ibutang o dili mabadlong ang inom sa sulod kay ang mga batanon mo adto man didto magara-gara mag-inom dinunggabay rin pag away dayon. So mo nang nay may tabo. Pero kinahanglan hugtan gyud ang poison order. Ana, bantay bayan, then pagka night market naagay pulis. Kay diha man magsugod dayon. So kanang dinha kung displayhan ang diya sa Jollibee, pwede po dili na ka dito sa highway. Dini ka sa second part. Kaning dual diri dini para na exit paingon sa hospital.
Oh yes, from Masyas.
Diha sa kang masyasugod.
Yes.
So bakante ang duha ka dalan. Ana na siya para nga dugay tag-discuss ani nya kwarta ba ani nga makadugang income sa tuwa. Ato ning tabangan. So pwede na siya then ang dito speakers kay one way man to na may ordinance. One way na gito siya kay ang musulod di naman ka pwede mo balik mo dito na ka dito sa one way gawas ka sa plaza.
Okay.
So hapsay ang pagpadagan kung butangan nimo og traffic enforcer pod duha ka buok kada kanto. Kay aron wala gyud mo U-turn. Ana na siya. Thank you.
Okay, thank you Dato Siberiano. So iklaro lang gyud nako no. Ang kanang puro 4 kung possible mao man gyud ang propose nga displayhan or himuan during Friday night, Honorable Bugas?
Yes.
Friday night, hipuson po siya kay dili gid siya pareha atong sa ukay-ukay. So walay mahitabo diha nga side sa puro 4 nga mag-display og ukay-ukay. Kay dito gyud sa perimeter.
Okay kay ni-suggest gani ko nga pwede mabalin ang ukay-ukay. Ang according to Mayor, it's not timely because naanad na gyud na sila. Kita na murag kita na sayop ana kay masuko daw ng mga ukay-ukay kung ibalhin.
Bintihan po na itong ato.
Okay, thank you no. So napay dugang follow-up question. Yes, recognize Honorable Gaitera.
Hayag ba na diha wadang sa Poro 4 sa kalsada?
Yes, ako nang gisubay kay alas 4 murag init. Pagkagabi ako nang gisubay medyo landag gapon pero mag-provide man ta og kanang light nga 20
Solar?
pesos per bumbilya bitaw.
Bitaw kay kabalo ba ka ni mga batan-on pod nga makakuan ra hala mangit-ngit padapten po na sila dito ngit-ngit pod.
Automatic man ang activity magkinahanglan gyud na suga pwede pod solar.
Okay. Kay haron ang kuan ba?
Yes.
So anyway, kaning ordinance nga gi-propose ni Honorable Bugas para man pud ni dugang kita no sa lungsod sa Maramag. No, anyway, ang ato ang gi-discuss is kabahin kung ang mga area nga possible nga pwede mabutang. Anyway, madiskusan man po na pag-abot sa time no. So kana na lang siguro napay last question nga muapas. Kung wala na, siguro mangutano na ko sa ato ang committee chair.
Honorable Presiding Officer, I move to calendar this item on the third and final reading of today's session for final action.
There's a motion from Honorable Bugas to calendar the item on the third and final reading, seconded by Honorable Cuadrosal. Motion is hereby approved.
Okay, item number 5, Committee on Laws.
To be reported, Honorable Presiding.
Thank you. Welcome to the floor, Honorable Cabalquinto.
Good morning to the august body. As a member of Committee on Laws, Committee Report number 2025-28, the 16th Sangguniang Bayan, dated May 26, 2026, to Presiding Officer, subject, draft resolution number 3, series of 2026, received on February 24, 2026, entitled a resolution earnestly requesting the Social Security System to establish an extension office in the 3rd Legislative District of Bukidnon to be located in the Municipality of Maramag, Bukidnon. Proponent, Honorable Samuel Bugas, is the member. Submitted by Committee on Laws, Rules, Ethics, and Regulation. Findings and recommendation. 1. The Social Security System is a vital government institution that provides social insurance programs, protection, and benefits to workers in the private sector, self-employed individuals, and voluntary members. 2. The 3rd Legislative District of Bukidnon is composed of rapidly developing municipalities, including Damulog, Dangkagan, Carlos, Kadingilan, Kibawi, Kitaw-Taw, Maramag, and Quezon, with a significant and growing population of workers, entrepreneurs, farmers, and informal sector members who are eligible potential SSS members. 3. At present, member and prospective members of SSS and the 3rd Legislative District of Bukidnon still have to travel considerable distances to reach the nearest SSS branch offices, incurring transportation costs, loss of productive time, and inconvenience. 4. Those on February 24, 2026, Sangguniang Bayan member Samuel Bugas proposed a draft resolution to request the Social Security System to establish an extension office in the 3rd Legislative District of Bukidnon to be located in Municipality of Maramag. 5. On March 31, 2026, 11:51 in the morning, the Committee on Laws, Rules, Ethics, and Regulation, to which the aforesaid draft resolution was referred, conducted a committee hearing at the Legislative Conference Room with the presence of the following: Honorable Joe Fidel Dromal, Committee Chairperson; yours truly as Committee Member, Honorable Paquito Caten Jr., Committee Member; Honorable Samuel Bugas, SB Member Proponent; Mr. Alan L. Sayon, Branch Head, SSS, Valencia City; Ms. Jan Follen Corpus, SSS Personnel, Valencia City; Ms. Rachel Bacol, Human Resource Management Officer, 1 HRMO; Ms. Joyce Ogsud, Administrative Assistant, 4 MMO; and 6. During the said hearing, the branch head of Social Security System, Valencia City, informed the committee of the following. Letter E, Maramag has identified as the preferred location for the establishment of Extension Office, considering that SSS transaction records indicate that the majority of clients are coming from the 3rd District. B, in the event of that an SSS Service Extension Office established in Maramag, it shall initially be staffed by 3 personnel consisting of 1 head and 1 senior staff member and 1 junior staff member. C, the extension office shall require the minimum area of 300 square meter and must have a reliable internet connection. D, it was estimated that 300 square meter office could accommodate approximately 100 to 200 clients per day. For comparison, the ECC office in Valencia City currently serve as average of 700 to 800 clients daily. Letter E, the Social Security system has an allocated budget in the event that renovations are to be made to the SSS office in Maramag. Letter F, the Social Security system has an allocation for an internet connection services. However, during the initial phase of operation in Maramag, it would still need assistance from LGU Maramag in providing internet connectivity as a temporary arrangement until its system is fully set up and fully operational. G, the office fees that will be initially provided by LGU Maramag shall be considered temporary while SSS evaluates the demand and long-term feasibility of the site. The duration of the experimental phase shall be 1 to 2 years. H, the Social Security system shall first assess the volume of clients that will visit the extension office in Maramag, depending on the result of the evaluation, and F, the location proves to be viable and strategic, SSS may later decide to either construct its own building or rent a permanent facility for its operation in Maramag. I, the top management of SSA shall first assess the volume of transaction. The decision regarding the construction of rental of a building that can accommodate approximately 500 clients shall depend on their evaluation. G, the processing of claims is conducted only at designated processing centers located in Cagayan de Oro City, Davao City, Cebu City, and Zamboanga City, and extension offices, including the proposed office in Maramag, shall not process claim. It shall only cater to inquiries. The facilitate the screening of documents. Letter K, personnel of the Social Security system shall visit the municipal mayor to discuss matters related to the proposed SSS extension office. 7, the establishment of Social Security system extension office in Maramag, Bukidnon is strategically located with the district would E, greatly enhance accessibility, B, improve service delivery, C, promote wider SSS coverage among the constituents of the district. 8, above premises considered, the committee hereby recommends to pass a resolution earnestly requesting the Social Security system to establish an extension office of the 3rd Legislative District of Bukidnon to be located in Municipality of Maramag, Bukidnon. Submitted by Honorable Jupiter Durumal, Chairperson, concurred by yours truly as member, and also Honorable Paquito Caten Jr., member. Honorable Presiding Officer, I move to adopt this committee report.
There's a motion from Honorable 𝐒𝐿𝐶 to adopt and approve the committee report, seconded by Honorable Catin. Motion is approved.
Okay.
The committee chair is now ready for discussion. Question?
Pangutan na si Honorable Bugas.
Okay, kining ang sa Valencia nga SSS naa sila sa Robinson. Ang sa Valencia sa una dito sila sa unsa na nga building katong CAP building dito po na ang SSS sa una. Mostly anak nila rental. No? Garental sila sa CAP sa una, di balhin og Robinson. Sa ato karon is naghimo ta og resolution nga i-invite nato sila nga magbutang og branch dinhi sa lungsod sa Maramag. Ang ato diha karon sa gihiskot ani not less than 300 square meters nga area no nga mo-accommodate sa pila ka numbers of kining mga members sa SSS. Asa possible nga mabutang ang SSS kung mapatigayon?
Actually, ang social security system sa Valencia, wala pa gyud sila fix nga ilang building. They are locked with 5 years free of rentals at Robinson pagkakaron. So, either kung mahitabo nga doon na sila sa Maramag nga area, posible diri gyud ang office kay kuan man to, free of usage at Robinson office. So, according we discussed with the mayor, it can be also that we can use the arcade at the second floor.
Okay, possible kung mahuman ang arcade.
Sa second floor.
Diha sila sa second floor. So, ang SSS, Morintal sa LGU.
Morintal.
Okay. Is there any question? Thank you, Honorable Bugas. Follow-up question? I think wala naman siguro yung pangutana. So, what's the pleasure of your report, Mr. Cabalquinto, Honorable Cabalquinto?
Thank you, Honorable Presiding Officer, for being none. I move to calendar this item into third and final reading for today's session.
There's a motion from Honorable Cabalquinto to calendar this item in the third and final reading, seconded by Honorable Gaitera, Katin, and Siberia. Motion is hereby approved.
Okay, another committee report, Honorable Presiding Officer. Committee report number 2026-29 on Committee on Laws on the 16th Sangguniang Bayan, dated May 26, 2025, to Presiding Officer. Subject, Ordinance number 002, series of 2025, of Barangay Kampuan, Maramag, Bukidnon, received on May 11, 2026, entitled An Ordinance Prohibiting Dog Owners from allowing their dogs to stray or roam within the public and private streets, plazas, parks, providing penalties for violations thereof and other purposes. Proponents, Sangguniang Barangay of Kapuan, submitted a Committee on Laws, Rules, Ethics, and Regulation. Findings and recommendation. 1. To prevent the spread of rabies, promote public safety and health, instill discipline among animal owners, address incidents of animal bites, and stray animals in public and private places, and encourage responsible pet ownership. The Sangguniang Barangay of Kampuan enacted Ordinance number 002, series of 2025, entitled An Ordinance Prohibiting and Capturing Stray Dogs to Stray in Public and Private Streets, Plazas, Parks, providing penalties for violation thereof and other purpose. 2. On December 16, 2025, this said Barangay Ordinance was submitted to the Sangguniang Bayan to the Committee on Laws, Rules, Ethics, and Regulation for review and approval. 3. The Sangguniang Bayan, during its 31st regular session held on February 25, 2026, passed Resolution number 2026-321, referring back Ordinance number 002, series of 2025 of Barangay Kampuan for modification together with its corresponding suggestions and recommendations. 4. Consequently, on May 11, 2026, the Office of the Secretary to the Sangguniang received the modified version of Ordinance number 002, series of 2025, entitled An Ordinance Prohibiting Dog Owners from Allowing Their Dogs to Stray or Roam within public and private streets, plazas, parks, and providing penalties for violations thereof and other purposes. 5. Upon review, it was found that the recommendations of the Sangguniang Bayan had already been incorporated into the modified barangay ordinance, particularly with respect to the modification of its title. 6. With respect to its relevant provisions, the barangay ordinance clearly provides the following. E. The requirements for leasing and proper keeping of animals. B. The procedures for the impounding and disposal of stray dogs. And C. The liability of dogs owners or persons in possession of potentially vicious animals. 7. The penalties imposed under the barangay ordinance are within the limitations prescribed under Section 391E14 of the Local Government Code as follows. First offense, fine 500. Second offense, fine 700. Third offense, fine of 1,000. 8. The barangay ordinance was accompanied by documentary proof of the conduct of a public hearing, including the minutes of the proceeding, attendance sheets, and photo documentations. 9. Ordinance number 002, series of 2025 of Barangay Campuan is consistent with the following national and local laws, namely, E. Republic Act Number 9482, Anti-Rabies Act of 2007, which requires all pet owners to maintain control over their dogs and prohibit them from allowing their dogs to roam streets or other public places within a leash, mandates responsible pet ownership, including proper grooming, adequate food, and clean shelter for their dog, and directs local government units to strictly enforce dog impounding activities and conduct field control measures to eliminate stray dogs and ensure the dogs are properly leashed or confined within owner's premises or within fenced surroundings. B. Chapter 11, Article F, Protection of the Environment from Stray Animals of the General Code of Ordinances of Maramag, which is penalized and any persons who intentionally or unintentionally release or allow stray dogs, swine, cattle, or other bovine animals to roam in any public and private place, whether tethered or not. 10. Above premises considered, the committee hereby recommends to pass resolution approving ordinance number 002, series of 2025 of Barangay Campuan, Maramag, Bukidnon, received on May 11, 2026, entitled An Ordinance Prohibiting Dog Owners from Allowing Their Dogs to Stray or Roam within the public and private streets, plazas, parks, providing penalties for violations thereof and other purposes. Submitted by Honorable Jopidel Doromal, Chairperson, concurred by yours truly as committee member, and also Honorable Paquito Caten Jr., committee member. Honorable Presiding Officer, I move to adopt this committee report.
There is a motion from Honorable 𝐒𝐿𝐾𝐀 to adopt and approve the committee report, seconded by Honorable Catin. Motion is approved. The committee chair is now ready for discussion. Question. Yes, recognize Honorable Siberia.
Good morning. First offense ni mo 500, second offense 1,000, 700.
7.
Dayon 1,000 ang third.
1,000 lang barangay, maximum mo 1,000.
O 1,000. Daw be ang ikaapat unsay penalties kung ikaupatan na siya. Kaso na, kasuhan?
I think sa kining actual gyud base diri sa ato sige naman tag-impound og mga stray animals.
Okay, sa ato
Amo.
sa ato.
Ang uban kay ilan na nang ginapasagdahan, wala mo claim.
Yes, o wala na mo claim dayon kita ang magpakao na.
O then,
Adoption.
Mao ni siya, if wala na mo claim, so, diri sa tuwa sa municipality, ilan naman ang kuanan, injikan, ilan na lang i-dispose.
Pila ba ka days ang impoundment niya? 3 days?
Murag, depende man na sila sa kuan kay naa may ilahang perdi nga ilahang gi-charge. So possibly within 2 weeks dili gid ma-claim. 1 week pinakataas. Ilan na nang desisyonan.
I-release na to adoption kung naay mo adapt.
Kung naay mo adapt, wala gyud. Mo na nga ilan na nang desisyonan o hukom bitay.
Dili na, okay. Naman po'y mamalit pod lagi diha. Dayon. Kay, ila
Kaya ang uban ka ng taglima na lang kabuk balhibo, na may mo claim, ana?
Pero, bumadakpan mo na imong penalties kung 1,000 third offense, then imong adapon mo po imong ibayad ang 1,000?
So, mao gina siya sa ato ang fines. Kinahanglan gid ayha ni mo lokaton mo imo ginang bayran.
Okay. Mulukat na katong mga gwapo na gyud mo atong lokaton kay atong ipabantay dito sa atong daruhan.
Katong mga tsada, mo toy lokaton. Pero katong mga askal malabo.
That's all, Presiding Officer. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Honorable Siberia. Dako kayo ni kahatag pod nga ordinansa sa matag barangay kay ang problema gyud during evaluation. Pastilan ang mga stray dogs. Mao gini usapod kung pwede ba ta magkahimo og dugang ordinansa nga ato na lang ipakapon. No kay murag bawal mo putas atong panguanon. So basig pwede na nga follow up na pod nga i-vasectomy kay aron pod nga mas dili na gyud nga mas mudaghan kay sa ginang problema karon kay bisan og kining matag barangay o dinhi sa lungsod o bisag dia sa kining dalan daghang disgrasya bahin ani mga iro nga binuyan. Sige, is there any additional question? Yes, I recognize Honorable Paulican.
Kini dugay naman kay ning malaod ning astridog. Gani gipasa na pud gani sa akong committee karon no. Ang mga catcher na to sa mga iro 500 ra gani ang kuan honorarium. Unya ang ilang subsidy allowance no sa protection sa ilang health. Unya murag wala ba tay ordinansa nga gihimo nga dapat ang managot unta ining nagbuhi og iro. Ang katog yung tag-iya, dili ning iro atong buhatag ordinansa nga pandakpo na to. Kay natay ordinansa mandakop lang tag-iro. Dapat naatay record matagbalay og pila ka bukpod ang gibuhi nga iro. Kung gihiktan ba o gibuhian ba? Kay pareha karon, moyentag problema kayo during sa evaluation. Tinuod yun. Kay during sa evaluation, kay naglitson man ang barangay, nagsaoy-saoy ang iro, kay nakasimot og linitson. Tinuod man na.
Ang kuan na official kay damay mga iro. Sunod-sunod man to.
Tinuod yun na. Unya, karon naglibre baksin ta. Naglibre baksin. Unya ang gibaksinan na sad, katura sang gihiktan. No? Kay wa man tay listahan atong nangakabuhi. Kitsa man lugar nagbuhi anang kanang iro nga muuli man gyud dito sa ila. Magbuhi na ta ini og irong buang. Mo nang isa gyud nga kung magsigi tagbuhat og ordinansa, unya dili na to iapil ang tagiya kay naingon ta nagpenalty. Ako moangkon lugar ko ako tong iro. Kuamo tong iro Mo na nga kinahanglan ta og record matag household. Kung pila ka buok ang imong iro nga gibuhat, dili lang ingon nagpenalty ta. Kay wala man Jesus, kitsa ko'y moangkon og akong iro gibuhian, nakapaak. Na, unya
Di na mangkon ba?
Di na gyud moangkon. Nabutang gid na karning adobo paingon na dayon dito sa dog pounding. No. That's all, Honorable Presiding Officer.
Honorable Presiding Officer.
Okay, thank you, Honorable Paulican. Of the record tong atong paingnan sa iro, no? Bahin atong padung sa adobo. of the record lang to, Honorable Secretary. Yes, recognize Honorable Zubiri.
That is the continuation of concern of Honorable Paulican, no? Actually, that is the reality. Actually, ako lang po ni ipadayag, no, regarding sa ordinance, no. Kay ang atong iro gigtan, ang ako silingan way gigtan. Karon kay nabanggaan kong silingan, dito na dayon nagmuntar ang relasyon sang silingan. Manggani kining atong ordinance dapat gid tinuod to siya nga magdakop ta sang iro kanang dili lang iro ato ang tag-iyagi sa iro kay nga atong iro gigtan man. Kay nabanggaan lagi yang iro nawala ang mga relasyon sa silingan, no? Kay di man higtan nilang ila iro busa i-continue lang to nato. Ako lang po to ipaabot-bot nga dapat po ang tag-iya sang iro tagaan po na nato i-appeal po nato sa ordinansa na, no? Thank you, Honorable Presiding Officer.
Okay, noted, Honorable Zubiri. Sir, any question? Kaya anyway, naay barangay ani nga adapt na pod og kani nga ordinansa no kay hopefully unta nga ma-implement gini kay like barangay Sanduruki usa po na nga naghimo gito sila impounding area. Anyway, hopefully unta nga kanang kung panghingusgan yun siguro ng pandakop og iro, mawanhawan yun siguro na o tinudon ng yun, no? Kay para pod nga ngilad bang gitan-aon labi na nang nara nagsusuroy unya for safety na lang pod sa mga kabataan ba kay naabay mga hitabo nga mamaak na nagkalit unya sus ang mga bata wa gitay kuan. So anyway, kani nga ordinansa ato lang kuanon, ato lang obserbahan pod anyway. Daghang barangay ani ga-adapt kay usa man po ni sa DILG nga gina kuan pod. Basin pod og ma-minus-minusan. Di man gyud mawala ang tanan pero basin pog ma-minus-minusan, no. So sige, is there any follow-up question? Yes, recognize Honorable Katin.
Additional info lang, Honorable Presiding Officer. Actually, ang atong gibuhat diri, we are talking about stray dogs. So therefore, it is incumbent upon us that it is the responsibility of the owner. It is not only the stray dogs because in the first place, who is penalized? It is not the dog, it is the owner. It is very specific in that particular provision in the proposed ordinance. The owner will pay penalties for sa ilang kapabayaan sa iro. So ang ato lang ikuan kay ato mo yun ang problema. Actually, in all barangays, that is the main problem during evaluation. Kaya very strict ang atong evaluators. Whenever na they saw a dog roaming around the streets, automatically you will be deducted. Kanara normal presiding officer.
Okay, thank you, Honorable Katin. So, is there any additional follow-up question?
Actually, in addition na siguro, Honorable Presiding, na naman tayo balaod anay sa lungsod na to. Then, nagbari lang ta sa penalty. So, tingali sa ilaha, haron po nga ang ilahang fines, makaka-income po ng barangay. No? Kay if ever nga ang municipal lang sa ligan, diligin makitir nila ang 20 ka barangay nga mag-schedule man ang ato ang munisipyo. Pero dili gidingon nga ma-maintain ato kay siyempre dako ba pila ka barangay ang ilahang ginakitir. So at least nga ma-minimize yun kay halos magyud tanan nga barangay problema ni dito sa mua gani sa kapila na ko nakadagit dito og iro nangakumi na to sa kanan na kay okay lang o four wheels ang kana mga motor may problema
Pinakadaghan kiharong kisanday. Dili ra ba mo padaplin, ikaw mo yung padaplin sa kanan.
Naasto nga lagi mo na nga luoy kayo labi na magmotor yun. So actually, kaning ipasa sa Barangay Kapuan, at least nga ma-minimize lang, no? Kay naningkamot po sila nga kuan, mailagi yung ma-minimize ang kanang iro, then naman po sila income in kaso o maka penalty. So, tingali, inana na siguro, Honorable Presiding Officer.
Okay, thank you. Honorable Chairman, napay dugang question? Kung wala na siguro, what's the pleasure of your report, Honorable Chairman?
Okay, Honorable Presiding Officer, I move to calendar design to third and final reading for today's session.
There's a motion from Honorable 𝐒𝐿𝐶𝐀 to calendar this item on the third and final reading, seconded by Honorable Siberia and Honorable Guetera. Motion is hereby approved.
Uy, imo. Sige.
Next item.
5.2.
Okay, the next item will be reported by Honorable Katin.
Okay, good morning, my fellow colleagues. Committee report number 2026-30 by the Committee on Laws, Rules, Ethics, and Regulations, dated May 26, 2026, to the presiding officer, subject Ordinance number 004, Series of 2025, of Barangay Camp 1, Maramag, Bukidnon, received on May 11, entitled An Ordinance Prohibiting the Sale of Liquor and Cigarettes to Minors within Barangay Camp 1 and providing penalties for violation thereof. Proponent, Sangguniang Barangay of Camp 1, submitted by Committee on Laws, Rules, Ethics, and Regulations. Findings. 1. In line with its commitment to implement regulations and initiatives that safeguard the youth from exposure to substances detrimental to their physical and mental well-being, the Sangguniang Barangay of Camp 1 enacted Ordinance number 004, Series of 2025, entitled An Ordinance Prohibiting the Sale of Liquor and Cigarettes to Minors within Barangay Camp 1 and providing penalties for violation thereof. 2. On December 16, 2025, the said Barangay Ordinance was submitted to the Barangay Bayan, to the Sangguniang Bayan through the Committee on Laws, Rules, Ethics, and Regulations for review and approval. 3. The Sangguniang Bayan, during its 31st regular session held on February 25, 2026, passed Resolution number 2026-322, referring back Ordinance number 004, Series of 2025, o Barangay Camp 1 for modification after it was found out to be inconsistent with the provisions of the Local Government Code. This was due to the imposition of the penalty of suspension of business permits for the second, third, and subsequent offenses, which is within the authority of the municipal government and not the barangay. Under Section 444, subparagraph 3 and 3 and 4 of the Local Government Code, the authority to issue, suspend, or revoke business permits is vested in the municipal government, with the municipal mayor as the primary signatory. 4. Consistently, on May 11, 2026, the Office of the Secretary to Sangguniang received the modified version of Ordinance number 002, Series of 2025, entitled An Ordinance Prohibiting the Sale of Liquor and Cigarettes to Minors within Barangay Camp 1 and providing penalties for violation thereof. 5. Upon review, it was found that the recommendations of the Sangguniang Bayan concerning the penalties, particularly the imposition of closure of business establishments for violations of the ordinance, had already been addressed and corrected. 6. With respect to its pertinent provisions, the Barangay Ordinance clearly provides the following. Letter A, it applies to all establishments, stores, vendors, and individuals engaged in the sale and distribution of liquor and cigarettes within Barangay Camp 1. B, Retailers are prohibited from selling, offering, and distributing liquor and cigarettes to minors. C. Minors are prohibited from purchasing and consuming liquors and cigarettes. D. No person is allowed to act as an intermediary in the purchase of liquor or cigarettes on behalf of minors. E. The Barangay Council, in coordination with local law enforcement agencies, are responsible for the implementation of the ordinance. F. The ordinance mandate the regular conduct of inspection to retailers and business establishments to ensure compliance therewith. And letter G. The ordinance further mandates the conduct of awareness campaigns by Barangay Camp 1 to educate the community on the provisions of the ordinance and the harmful effects of alcohol and tobacco use. 7. The penalties imposed under the barangay ordinance are within the limitations prescribed under Section 391, so paragraph 8 of 14 of the local government code as follows. A. For retailers or vendors, 1. First offense, written warning and mandatory attendance to a seminar on barangay youth. 2. Second offense, 500. This does not refer to the youth, it refers to the adult. Third, the third and subsequent offenses, a fine of 1,000. In addition, the punong barangay may, through a formal written notice supported by corresponding documentary evidence, recommend to the municipal mayor the closure of any establishment found selling liquor or cigarettes to minors. D. For minors violating the ordinance, first offense, counseling with parents or guardians. 2. Second offense, attendance in community rehabilitation program or seminar on the dangers of substance abuse. 8. The barangay ordinance was accompanied by documentary proof of the conduct of a public hearing, including the minutes of the proceedings, attendance sheets, and photo documentation. 9. Ordinance number 0040 series of 2025 of Barangay Camp 1 is consistent with the following national and municipal laws, namely, A. Republic Act number 9211 or Tobacco Regulation Act of 2003, particularly Section 3 thereof, which seeks to protect the youth from being introduced to cigarette smoking and tobacco use by prohibiting the sale of tobacco products to minors, and Section 9, which prohibited retailers from selling or distributing cigarettes or other tobacco products to minors. Letter B, Chapter 10, Public Moral, Article G, Liquor Ban for Minors of the General Codified Ordinances of Maramag, which prohibits store owners or establishment operators from serving alcoholic beverages to minors or allowing them to drink alcohol beverages within their establishments. C. Ordinance number 2017-034, Comprehensive Smoke-Free Ordinance of the Municipality of Maramag, Bukidnon, as well as Chapter 7, Regulation in Business or Trade Activities, Article D, Sale and Distribution of Cigarettes and Other Tobacco Products and Electronic Cigarettes of the General Codified Ordinances of Maramag, which explicitly declare the following act as prohibited and unlawful. 1. Selling or distributing tobacco products and or electronic nicotine delivery system or ends to minors. And 2. Selling or distributing tobacco products and or ends in school, public playground, or other facility frequented by minors. Number 10, above premises considered, the committee hereby recommends to pass a resolution approving ordinance number 004 series of 2025 of Barangay Campuan, Maramag, Bukidnon, received on May 11, 2026, entitled An Ordinance Prohibiting the Sale of Liquor and Cigarettes to Minor within Barangay Campuan and providing penalties thereof, submitted by Honorable Joel P. Durval, Chairperson, and concurred by Honorable 𝐁𝐀𝐘𝐃𝐑, Member, and yours truly as Member. Honorable Presiding Officer, I move to adopt and approve this committee report.
Second.
There's a motion from Honorable Katin to adopt and approve the committee report, seconded by Honorable 𝐒𝐶𝐾𝐏. Motion is approved. The committee chair is now ready for discussion.
Okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Recognize, before Honorable Siberia, recognize Honorable Samuel Bogas.
Yes. Ako lang i-clarify, kaning selling, distributing of liquor, cigarettes, and electric cigarette to minors, is it for their personal consumption? Because there are so many instances uncommon to the barangay wherein the father, okay, knock, go buy me a fighter wine, or dalaning bali dito sa tindahan o monapil, bugas, wine, cigarette. Unsa ka stricto ang atong ordinansa?
With regards to this barangay ordinance as submitted to the Sangguniang Bayan, it depends on them. Because for purposes, since we are talking about ordinance, it should be strict. Unless otherwise, if you are not strict in enforcing the ordinance, it will do nothing. So therefore, it must be very strict.
Gisugo yang anak pagbali sa tindahan nga magdala dag fighter, cigarette, pero murag convenience na lang ang sa minor.
Actually, Honorable Bugas, in the first place, that is the fault of the parents. Number one, you must have not to send your child or any of your children to do that thing, because in the first place that is illegal. You must, as a parent, you must have to say to it that whenever you send somebody to make a bali for a certain items, you should avoid to make it a fair nga ipabali nimo nag-ilim nun kay number one, you are a irresponsible person. Nga naman, you must have the first to do nga imong instill ang discipline sa imong mga bata nga why in spite of the fact nga minor sila, number one na it should not be the call of the barangay council led by the punong barangay to do the proper information and education campaign as far as their barangay ordinance is concerned.
Okay. Is there any? Yes, recognize Honorable Siberia.
Okay. Good morning. Kuan ra ni, dugang ra gyapon ni. Senior citizen with ID, gigisugo niya iyang anak o apo nga magpalit og sigarilyo o fighter.
Dili actually.
Tagaan ba? Tagaan ba na siya? I-honor ba? Kaya with ID senior citizen man.
Dili ba? O sa akong barangay. Number one lagi na akong buhaton. Number one is so that there should be a proper dissemination of this ordinance. Nga mag-conduct yung sila information, turo, education and information campaign so that everybody down to the purok level or to the sitio so that they will know unsay kahulugan aning ordinance. That is to protect the minors. Nga dapat dili number one na ilang i-educate katong mga tindahan nga gapamaligya to the extent nga dapat na di ba atong gi-require sa tindahan nga every stores that sells liquor and cigarette, dapat na no, ibutan dito, no smoking, and selling of liquors within the 50-meter radius, gikan sa katong mga government installations, sama sa mga ng barangay hall dool sa eskwelahan. Dapat ana. Kanara.
Okay.
Analyst na yung mga additional question.
Okay, that's all.
Okay, thank you, Honorable Siberiano. Yes, recognize, Honorable Paulican.
Before siguro ni napasa din ni Sato, kumpleto na siguro ni dokumento ng Barangay Kampuan with public hearing siguro.
Dili kompleto
No?
yun eh. Actually,
Kay dili man
na-refer
ni
back na eh.
dili ni sangat din ni kon walay public hearing.
Actually, na-refer back ni Murag Kadua.
Okay, that's all, Honorable Presiding Officer.
Thank you, Honorable Paulican. Na-modify na po ni siya, no? Kuha na po nila, kung sa itong mga kulang atong niagi. Hopefully lang unta nga kining nga ordinance nga gibugna sa Barangay Kampuan, ma-implement gid siya og sakto, no? Kay usa sa nakita nako, ang kanang mga establishment o tindahan nga namaligya og cigarette o ilimnon, dapat pwede siguro nga kanang gastuhan pod sa barangay nga magbutang ta didto o kanang nga ordinansa specific yun kay at least man lang makabalo ba kay si tindahan pod mismo kay usahay ngita maghalin, no? Ay lag sa baha itago lang ha kay basig makakita na si kuan, no? Pero anyway, for the information of everybody, kani man gyud para magid ni sa sumusunod nga henerasyon, no? Kung maayo ang pagdala ni kapitan diha sa barangay, kung stricto gyud nga gibawal tungod kay dunay ordinansa, sure ko na magi mga madakpan ani, no? Hopefully lang unta nga makahatag kaayo kay anyway as a parent pod, nganong himuon man pod nato nga suguon nato nga papalit o kabalo man ta nga minor, no? Kay usa pod nga gitan-aw pod nato nga nganong tudloan nato sa buhat ng atong anak kung unsa man ang ato nganong ipasunod pod nato, no? So ang ato lang diha nga support sa ordinance nga unta ma-implement og sakto aron pod nga kanang mas ma-minimize ba kay daghan minors son gapanigarilyo gyud, no? Nga murag kuan gyud pod kaayo, medyo hilason ra ba gyud og dating nga makapanigarilyo astig kaayo. So hopefully unta nga maayo ang paingnan unya, ginspired po nako uban nga barangays pod ani nga mo-adapt pod susama ani nga ordinansa aron pod nga ma-implements kay natibok ang barangay kay kung barangay Kampuan lang unya ang barangay kining Kiharong wala pa, no? So ma-adapt pod ani sa tanang barangay pod nga kining nga ordinansa. So napabay dugang nga question before mo proceed ang ato ang committee chair.
Actually, Honorable Presiding Officer, no? Ako lang ning istorya sad. Actually, mao ni atong starting point nga at least the whole barangay will the whole 20 barangays will adopt this type of ordinance. Magbuhat sad sila kay at least makakuha na to ba nga primero man mao ni atong himuon nga sample kay nga naman para nga mahitabo gyud na bitaw kay number 1 na o nang magsugo ka sa bata na bataw, pwede magkakapailan na corruption of minor. Nga naman, nagsugo ka na nga kabalo ka nga dili maayo, pwede ka i-charge na corruption of minor. Kay, nakabalo ka nga, bawal na. Dapat na, ako na turo ko lagi, turo information na ang kuan education campaign para nga at least mahibalaan yun sa tanan. That is all, Honorable Presiding Officer.
Thank you, Honorable Chairman, no? Kining for the information po sa Matag Barangay, din sa lungsod sa Maramag, naamang ko'y nadunggan god sa uban nga kabahin aning mga gipasa nila nga ordinance. Di lang unta nga moingon nga na-modify or na-refer back ang ilahang mga resolusyon nga gipampasa, hopefully unta nga kanang ipadayon pagbalik. Dili ba pasabot nga gi-refer back for modification, giundangan na kay wa mo sulod sa usa lang ka proposal sa ilahang resolusyon. So like sa ingon ani, first ordinance nga gihimo sa Barangay Kampuan, nahatagan siya atong niagi og referring back for modification, karon for approving na siya. So hopefully sa tanang barangay unta mosunod po sa ingon aning proseso. So anyway, wala na may question. So may I ask the committee chair, what's the pleasure of your report?
Honorable Presiding Officer, I move to calendar this for detailed and final reading and for final action.
There's a motion from Honorable Katin to calendar this item the third and final action for today's session, seconded by Honorable 𝐒𝐶𝐶𝐾𝐀. Motion is hereby approved.
For the third reading, 6 items. Honorable Presiding Officer.
I move to pass a resolution adopting and approving the Comprehensive Land Use Plan, CLUP, of the Municipality of Maramag for the planning period 2026-2037.
There's a motion from Honorable Bugas to pass a resolution adopting and approving the Comprehensive Land Use Plan of the Municipality of Maramag for the planning period 2026 to 2037, seconded by Honorable Katin and Honorable Guetera. Let us now divide the House. For those who are in favor of this motion, please raise your right hand. I see all hands raised. Motion is approved.
I move to pass a resolution approving Ordinance Number 007, Series of 2025 of Barangay Kampuan, Maramag, Bukidnon, entitled An Ordinance for the Strict Implementation of Barangay Road Clearing Operation within Barangay Kampuan, Maramag, Bukidnon, pursuant to national laws and DILG directives.
There's a motion from Honorable Paulican to pass resolution approving Ordinance Number 007, Series of 2025 of Barangay Kampuan, Maramag, Bukidnon, entitled An Ordinance for the Strict Implementation of Barangay Road Clearing Operations within Barangay Kampuan, Maramag, Bukidnon, pursuant to national laws and DILG directives, seconded by Honorable Katin and Honorable Guetera. Let us now divide the House. For those who are in favor of this motion, please raise your right hand. I see all hands raised. Motion is approved.
I move to enact an ordinance amending Section 3 and 4 of Article 4 and Section 1 of Article 6 of Ordinance Number 2017-037, entitled Ordinance Institutionalizing Night Bazaar in the Municipality of Maramag, Bukidnon every night and providing rules and regulations and prescribing penalties thereof.
There's a motion from Honorable Bugas to enact an ordinance amending Section 3 and 4 of Article 4 and Section 1 of Article 6 of Ordinance Number 2017-037, entitled Ordinance Institutionalizing Night Bazaar in the Municipality of Maramag, Bukidnon every night and providing rules and regulations and prescribing penalties thereof, seconded by Honorable Guetera. Let us now divide the House. For those who are in favor of this motion, please raise your right hand. I see all hands raised. Motion is approved.
Okay. Honorable Presiding Officer, I move to pass a resolution earnestly requesting the Social Security System SSAs to establish an extension office in the 3rd Legislative District of Bukidnon to be located in the Municipality of Maramag.
There's a motion from Honorable 𝐒𝐶𝐾𝐀 to pass a resolution earnestly requesting the Social Security System or SSS to establish an extension office in the 3rd Legislative District of Bukidnon to be located in the Municipality of Maramag, Bukidnon, seconded by Honorable Katin and Honorable Guetera. Let us now divide the House. For those who are in favor of the motion, please raise your right hand. I see all hands raised. Motion is approved.
Honorable Presiding Officer, I move to pass a resolution approving Ordinance Number 002, Series of 2025 of Barangay Kampuan, Maramag, Bukidnon, entitled An Ordinance Prohibiting Dog Owners from Allowing their dogs to stray or roam within public and private streets, plazas, parks, providing penalties for violations thereof and for other purposes.
There's a motion from Honorable Cabalquinto to pass resolution approving ordinance number 002 series of 2025 of Barangay Camp 1, Maramag, Bukidnon, entitled An Ordinance Prohibiting Dog Owners from Allowing Their Dogs to Stray or Roam Within Public and Private Streets, Plazas, Parks, providing penalties for violations thereof and for other purposes, seconded by Honorable Katin. Let us now divide the House. For those who are in favor of this motion, please raise your right hand. I see all hands raised. Motion is approved.
Honorable Presiding Officer, I move to pass resolution approving ordinance number 004 series of 2025 of Barangay Camp 1, Maramag, Bukidnon, entitled An Ordinance Prohibiting the Sale of Liquor and Cigarettes to Minors within Barangay Camp 1 and providing penalties for violation thereof.
There is a motion from Honorable Katin to pass a resolution approving an ordinance number 004 series of 2025 of Barangay Camp 1, Maramag, Bukidnon, entitled An Ordinance Prohibiting the Sale of Liquor and Cigarettes to Minors within Barangay Camp 1 and providing penalties for the violation thereof, seconded by Honorable Cabalquinto. Let us now divide the House. For those who are in favor of this motion, please raise your right hand. I see all hands raised. Motion is approved. Majority Report Leader.
Honorable Presiding Officer, this is the time for the announcement.
Is there anything from the Secretary's table? Ma'am?
Yes, Honorable Presiding Officer. First item is on your table is the invitation of the Vice Mayor's League of the Philippines monthly meeting and outreach program on May 29, 2026. The host municipality is Maramag. It will be at the National Power Corporation, Pulangi 4 Hydroelectric Power Plant, Kiuntod, Barangay Camp 1, Maramag, Bukidnon. Attire for the ladies, modern Filipiniana. For the gentlemen, short sleeve barong. Short sleeve barong. Afterwards, an invitation from Honorable Gaitera on May 29, 2026 at 11 a.m. at Gaitera's residence. 2, Hatod Serbisyo Caravan, an invitation from the province in partnership with the local government unit, Hatod Serbisyo Caravan, on May 28, 2026 at Barangay La Rojas, Maramag, Bukidnon. So everyone is invited to join the Hatod Serbisyo Caravan. That would be all from the Secretary's table, Honorable Presiding Officer. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Honorable Secretary. What about the August body? Is there any announcement? Walay announcement sa August body before mag Okay, so is there any additional?
Move to adjourn.
Yes, recognize Honorable Cabalquinto. There's a motion from Honorable Cabalquinto to adjourn the session, seconded by Honorable Siberia. The session is adjourned at 12:06 in the afternoon.